If you enjoy baking delicious meals in a gas stove or boiling clean tap water, then you might be interested in how both these tasks are related to hydraulic fracturing. Today we will be discussing the controversial issue of fracturing and the process undergone to make this form of technology accepted and unaccepted by the nation's populace. Beginning with a brief overview of how hydraulic fracturing operates and the elements of how fracturing affects climate and water sources. Let us start with what hydraulic fracturing is. From the Oxford Dictionary of Environment and Conservation, the propagation of fractures in rocks by the injection of pressurized fluids followed by sand to keep the fractures open in order to extract natural gas, coal seam gas, or petroleum. The use of hydraulic fracturing is not a modern idea. Since the mid-1900s, people have been exploiting the use of fracturing to obtain fossil fuels like crude oil. However, this form of extraction was not relatively the best at its time in history. Hydraulic fracturing did not reach its fullest potential until 2003, when fracking became technologically equipped to extract gas from deeper shale rock layers in the states of Texas, Maryland, and Wyoming. The dangers of hydraulic fracturing did not appear until 2005, when the Bush administration listed fracking under the Unsafe Water Drinking Act, even though it was classified as non-water polluting in the previous year. As the process of hydraulic fracturing became more widespread, geoscientist David Middleton projected in the year 2028 fracking production will be around 14.4 million barrels of oil per day, and in the year 2032, the productivity would be from 18 to 20 million barrels of oil per day, depending on the use of what we need to consume. The levels of production would allow the U.S. to be completely oil dependent on its own oil reserves. Fracking is not only limited to the giant increases in oil production, but also in the areas profound with natural gas reserves. Middleton says, due to the vast lands filled with shale rock, we should be able to become independent in natural gas and be able to produce more than enough gas to be able to produce more than enough gas to cover the amount we use and the amount we consume. Although fracking is our method of obtaining essential resources, there has to be a catch for this extracting giant, and who would have thought it was flawed? Through the years, hydraulic fracturing has been the topic relating to effects of greenhouse gases and its excess use of water to aid in mechanics. During the fracking process of extracting natural gas from shale rock layers, the created fissures allow for the release of not only natural gas, but also excess amounts of methane leaking from the well, adding to the layers of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, slowly attributing to the world's climate change. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, in 2011, the U.S. experienced extreme weather fluctuations like severe weather conditions, heavy rainfall, and high temperatures. Water pollution has become a serious issue due to the excess use of water to operate the machine and the dry weather conditions, projecting a major demand for fresh water in the next couple decades. During the fracking process, water is used to keep the flow of the chemicals and sands within the pipe. However, this water is used up pretty quickly and needs to be transported to a treatment facility. The efforts to keep water unpolluted has faltered through the years. Untreated water has leaked into nearby freshwater rivers and caused many people to get sick in the area. For example, West Virginia's assessment for the Elk River found 53 possible contamination sources in the Charleston area watershed, including 7 industrial sites in the zones of critical concern. Areas where a spill or leak would quickly affect drinking water supplies. Now, let's wrap this up with a short recap. Hydraulic fracking is a potential gold mine. However, the efforts to keep the world safe are of a higher priority. The potentially unlimited supply of fossil fuels to continue growth of our country, but there are a couple patches to fix, like the dreaded air and water pollution, halting much of the production. At the end of the day, is it better to have a smooth running car or 53 contaminations in your glass of water? Thank you, and have a nice day.